Hello, hello. You're warmly welcome back to another edition of our Positive Word. I trust that you're doing okay. Thank you for joining me. Who can satisfy your soul? Well, before we go on, what does satisfy mean? Satisfy means to be content, to be at peace. You're fulfilled. You feel gratified, placated. Your mind is at rest. Our soul, the essence of our being, your spirit man, because in your heart you are at rest. That inner you. Before we go on further into this topic, I want to read some verses from the Bible, the book of John, chapter 4, verse 10. Well, prior to these verses, Jesus encountered the Samaritan woman at the well, where she had come at noonday when the sun was very high and hot. She came to the well and she met this man, a stranger, who asked her for a drink. She told him, "Why are you asking me for water? You are not meant to talk to me." And in verse 10 of John chapter 4, Jesus said to her, Jesus answered and said, "If you knew the gift of God and who it is that asked you to give him to drink, you will have asked him, and he would give you living water." So after she had asked Jesus and told him that he had nothing to fetch with, so when Jesus said that, she told him, "You've got nothing to fetch with from this well. Also, how do you think that you're greater than Jacob, our father, who built this well? He drank from it, and his children and his cattle." So she asked Jesus that, and Jesus answered her in verse 13, "Whoever drinks of this water shall never thirst again." In verse 14, Jesus went further to say, "But whoever drinks of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst again. The water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life." The water Jesus gives never stops flowing. Jesus knew that that woman had been married previously to 5 men in the past, and the man with whom she was cohabiting at that time when she met him was not her husband. She probably appeared at the well noonday when the sun was very high to avoid meeting other people, because her story would have been all over the town. The gossips were going around. But that divine encounter with the stranger at the well published her story for generations to read, study about her. Jesus entered her life with a promise of living water that would quench the thirst of her soul. Imagine how much humiliation, how she's been looking for how to get rid of the past, and she encountered Jesus. He wasn't put off or disappointed by her past. Rather, he was drawn to her. He told her that whoever drinks of this water that I shall give will never thirst again. That water will spring out of the fountain of life to give everlasting life. My dear friend, what is that emptiness you feel inside of you, which you have been searching for different things to fill it up? Where have you gone to be patched up, yet you're still very hollow inside? Who have you attached yourself with, thinking that he or she might plug that gap, dark void in which you dwell? I present to you the God of the Bible. He turned that woman's life at that well, and she led her entire village to Christ. If you will simply open your heart to welcome the fountain of life, that fountain which never runs out, you will be full to the brim to go on in life, to do exploits as you're led by the Spirit of God. My friend, the part that you've got to play in this story to have your soul satisfied is to acknowledge that you need the Savior and accept Him. Accept His offer of the water which never stops running. Are you going to stay empty, or are you going to make the wise choice to choose Jesus Christ, to open your heart, welcome Him in, and be filled now until you pass from this world. I thank you for your time today. Until I come your way again, it's goodbye for now. As you make the decision to welcome Jesus into your heart so that your soul will be satisfied. You will stop feeding off of the dustbins of people who are using, abusing, and destroying you, but you will have direct access to the throne of grace. God bless you.